Hello students. In this lecture we will see another two applications of dimensional analysis, and the part that I am discussing today, that is very important for the competitive exam. Okay, for NEET, JEE, for IIT exams, this part is very important. So today this is the topic, this is another application to establish the relation among various physical quantities. Okay, and we will understand this part with the help of few examples. Okay, I will show one or two examples here, then you will understand it properly. So see the steps how I am solving the numericals. Follow the steps properly. Okay, so suppose the question is like this. First question, you have to find the time period of simple pendulum. Okay, you have to find the mathematical equation of time period of simple pendulum. Simple pendulum. Okay, written by capital T. Okay, and we know, or in the question it is given that the time period of a simple pendulum depends on this. Okay, these quantities are given. Suppose the quantities are, first one, mass of the bob. Mass of the bob, that is small m. Second one, length of the string or effective length. Length of the string, that is small l. And third one is gravitational acceleration. Okay, this is the question. Okay, time period of a simple pendulum depend on this. Okay, find the relation among these quantities. Okay, then how will you solve? What will be the technique? Okay, understand the question. Now the solution technique is, the first process, you will write this time period t. Okay, which for which we have to find the relation t. You have to find the relation of time period. T depends on which quantities? These three quantities. So we will write T is directly proportional to m to the power a, l to the power b, and g to the power c. Okay, a, b, c are any number. Okay, it may be positive, negative, it may be fraction. Okay, it may be whole number. Any numbers, a, b, c. Okay. So T depends on this. So this is the first process, first step. Okay. So first step is, you will write the quantity which depends on, proportional to their quantities on which this quantity depends on. Understand? To the power a, to the power b, to the power c. Okay, fine. Next we will remove the proportionality sign. So T equal to a constant m to the power a, l to the power b, g to the power c, and this constant will be like this. It is a dimensionless constant. It will be a dimensionless constant. Understand the step? Okay, so T equal to this. Okay, now what will you do? So I am erasing this part. Okay, I am erasing this part. Now what will you do? Now you will write the dimensions on both the sides of equation. So dimension of this is what? Time period. That means time period has unit second, so its dimension will be capital T. M and L are missing, so m to the power 0, l to the power 0, t. Okay, k has no dimension, dimensionless constant. Okay, do not bother about k. Now m is what? Mass of the bob, that means capital M to the power a. Then L, length of the string, capital L to the power b. Then G is what? Gravitational acceleration. Acceleration has dimension L t minus 2 to the power c. Okay, we have already known that the dimension of acceleration is L t minus 2. Okay, now m to the power only a, L to the power here b and here c. Okay, we can break this part, L to the power c into t to the power minus 2c. Understand? You know this thing, I hope. Okay, you have done this thing in math. Okay, so here L to the power B and here L to the power C, so it will be L to the power B plus C, powers will be added, and then T to the power minus 2C. Okay, okay, so this is the equation. Okay, now what is our step? Next step is equate the powers on both sides upon the same quantities. So here we will take M, on this side we will take M, and equate the powers. Again L, on this side also L, equate the powers in this way. Okay, so equate the powers, you will get what? From M it will be A equal to 0, then B plus C equal to 0, B plus C equal to 0, and the third equation will be minus 2C equal to 1. Okay, okay, now we have to find the values of A, B and C. Okay, this is our final step. We have to find the values of A, B, C. A, we have already get A. C, from this equation we can get C equal to minus half. Okay, this is the value of C. And B is minus C, so it will be minus of minus half. Minus of minus half means minus minus plus half. Okay, so B is plus half. Okay, so we got the three values A, B, C. I am writing it here. So A equal to 0, B equal to half, C equal to minus half. Okay, I had told that A, B, C can have any values. Okay, now what is our work? Now we will put these three values A, B, C in that equation. What was that equation? The equation was T equal to K M to the power A, L to the power B, G to the power C. Put the values of A, B, C. So it will be K M to the power A means 0, so M to the power 0, L to the power B, that means half, and G to the power C, that means minus half. So M to the power 0, something to the power 0 means 1. Okay, so this term will not be here. Okay, then we can write K L to the power half into G to the power minus half. So we can take G in the denominator part. Okay, so we can write it like this, L by G whole to the power half. Okay, because from this part we can write it like this, L to the power half, it is already in the numerator, G to the power minus half. If we take it in the denominator, the power will be plus. Okay, so L by G whole to the power half. Understand? So it is T. Okay, now power is half. That means what? That means root over L by G. Okay, so this is our required relation. Okay, this is our required relation among the four physical quantities. T does not depend on M. That is another factor, because we are getting that A equal to 0 here. Okay, now from experiment we get K equal to 2 pi. So the proper mathematical expression is T equal to 2 pi root over L by G. Okay, this is the time period of simple pendulum. That thing you have already read in class 9, the first chapter. Okay, in the first chapter you have read. Okay, so T equal to 2 pi root over L by G. This is the expression. Okay, so this is the answer. Understand how to proceed? Okay, so this is first example. Now I am giving another example. Okay, I am giving another example. Example number 2. That is frequency of a straight string. Frequency of a straight string. Okay, frequency is written by small. Okay, this theory you will read in the wave chapter. Okay, this is the last chapter of class 11. So it's a frequency, derivation of frequency we will do it here dimensionally. Okay, so frequency of straight string, we have to find the mathematical expression of this, and it is given that this frequency depends on, first one, tension or force in the string. Okay, here I am writing denoting it by capital T. Next, or you denote it by capital F, otherwise there will be confusion. Next, mass per unit length. Mass per unit length, that is I am taking here small m. Okay, and third one, length of the string. Length of the string, that is L. Okay, so the frequency of a straight string depends on these three factors. Now we have to find the relation among these four quantities. Okay, so we will start in the same way. What is our first step? First step is this quantity. We have to find the equation for this quantity, frequency. So frequency is directly proportional to tension. So tension to the power A, then mass per unit length to the power B, and then length of the string to the power C. Okay, then remove proportionality sign, you will get K, then F to the power A, M to the power B, L to the power C, where K is dimensionless constant. Okay, K is dimensionless constant. Understand? Here mass per unit length, this small m is the mass per unit length. What will be its dimension? This is mass per unit length. So mass by length. Okay, dimension of this small m is mass by length. What is the dimension of mass? That is capital M. What is the dimension of length? That is capital L. Okay, so what will be the dimension of small m? Take this L in the numerator, it will be -1. So it will be m L to the power -1. Understand? So it will be m L to the power -1. Understand? Okay. Now we will write the dimensions of each physical quantities. Okay. So I am erasing this part. Now dimension of frequency. What is the dimension of frequency? Who can tell? What is the dimension of frequency? Frequency means what? 1 by time period. Frequency means 1 by time period, and time period has unit second. Okay, second means dimension will be T. So dimension of F is equal to 1 by dimension T. That means we can write it T minus 1. Okay, so this is the dimension of F, and this is the dimension of mass per unit length. Okay, understand? So frequency, dimension of frequency, there is only T to the power -1, M and L are missing term. So M0, L0, T minus 1 equal to K has no dimension. Now F means what? Force, tension. Tension means a kind of force. So force has dimension M, L, T minus 2 to the power A. Then M here mass per unit length. That means M, L minus 1 whole to the power B. And then L, length of the string. That means L to the power C. Okay. So on the left side it will be M0, L0, T minus 1. Now here it will be M to the power A, L to the power A, T to the power minus 2. So here 1M, here 1M. That means M to the power A into M to the power B. So it will be M to the power A plus B. Then L to the power A, here minus B, here C. So A minus B plus C. Then T, here minus 2A only. So minus 2A. Okay, understand? Now we will equate the powers on the both sides. Okay, so take M first, M on both sides. So here 0, here A plus B. So you can write A plus B equal to 0. Next, A minus B plus C equal to 0. A minus B plus C equal to 0. and third one t, minus 2a equal to minus 1, minus 2a equal to minus 1, minus minus cancelled out, so a is half. Okay, a is half. Now come here, b is minus a, that means minus half. Okay, and c equal to b minus a, so b here minus half and a half, that means also minus half, minus half minus half minus 1, so c is minus 1. So this is b, this is c, and this is a. Okay, okay, so I am writing these three values here. So a equal to half, b equal to minus half, and c equal to minus 1. Okay, okay, now we will put these three values in the first equation. Okay, we will put these three values in the first equation. What was the first equation? That is a equal to k, dimensionally constant, dimensionless constant, then tension to the power a, then mass per unit length to the power b, and at the end length of the string to the power c. So it will be k f to the power a means f to the power half, then m to the power b means minus half, and l to the power c means minus 1. Okay, whose powers are negative, we can take them in the denominator, so it will be k by l, then f by m to the power half, like the previous way. Okay, so this is f. Now we can express this quantity as root over f by m. So root over f by m. Okay, and we get experimentally k, this dimensionless constant, equal to half. Okay, this is our experimental one. So f becomes 1 by 2l root over f by m. This is the proper expression. Okay, this is the relation that we want to find, okay, from that problem. Okay, so this is the process. In this way you have to solve this kind of numericals. This kind of numericals is very very important for NEET exam, very very important for IIT exams, and for board exam also. Okay, understand? Now we will do another kind of numerical that is very very important for IIT, JEE mains, advanced only. Okay, you can get this kind of problem in NEET also. So this next kind of problem, here we will consider that m, l, t, these are not the basic quantities. Okay, in this type of problem which I am going to discuss, in this type of problem the basic physical quantities will be given. Suppose force, mass, time are the basic physical quantities. Okay, then find the dimension of any other quantities. Okay, that means here we have to find the dimension of that quantity by using those basic quantities that is given in the question. Okay, so I am writing one question, then you will understand. So here one question which came in IIT JEE Main 2017, IIT JEE Main 2017. Okay, here it is given that time t, velocity c, and angular momentum h are the basic physical quantities. These are the basic physical quantities now. Okay, it is given in the question that these three are the basic physical quantities. You have to find the dimension of mass. Okay, equal to what? This is the question. Okay, 4 options are given. I am writing the option. So A option, T minus 1 C minus 2 H1. B, T minus 1 C square H1. C, T minus 1 C minus 2 H minus 1. And D, T1 C minus 2 H1. These are the 4 options. Okay, you have to find the correct one. Understand? Understand? So here basically the question is like the previous 2 problems. Here the mass, this mass dimension, find the dimension of mass. That means this mass depends on these 3 quantities. Okay, here these 3 quantities are given as the basic physical quantities, and you have to find the dimension of mass. That means mass, it depends on these 3 physical quantities. Okay, so we will solve this problem like the previous way. Okay, so first here we will write small m is directly proportional to t to the power a, c to the power b, and h to the power c. Okay, h to the power c. Understand? Next, m equal to k, t to the power a, c to the power b. Okay, this do not take c, take it e. Okay, take it e, h to the power e. Otherwise this c make you confusion. Okay, understand? Now we have to find the value of a, b and d. Okay, in the same way. So we'll write their dimension on both sides, then we will equate the powers. Okay. So when you are solving this kind of problem on competitive exam, we do not bother about that bracket. Okay, forget about that bracket because we need only the answer, the correct answer. Okay. So forget about the bracket now. So the dimension is m, no L and T, so L0, T0. K is dimensionless constant, so no dimension for K. K is what? K is dimensionless. Dimensionless constant. Okay? So forget about K. Now T is what? Time. So time means T to the power A. C is velocity. Velocity has dimension LT minus 1. Okay, velocity has dimension LT minus 1 to the power B. And H, angular momentum. What do you mean by angular momentum? Angular momentum is linear momentum. Linear momentum is P into distance. Okay, linear momentum into distance. Okay. So linear momentum has dimension. Linear momentum means m into v. V is LT minus 1. So it will be m LT minus 1 into, this is distance means L. 1L. So there are 2L. So 2L. So it will be L square. Okay. So H has dimension m L square T minus 1 to the power E. Understand this? Okay. Next m to the power what? There is only one m, so m to the power E. Okay. Then L to the power what? Here 1L, B, here 2E. So B plus 2E. Then T to the power what? Here A, here minus B, then minus E. Okay. Next step is to equate their powers. Okay, to equate their powers. Okay. So I am erasing this part, upper part. I am erasing this part. So m, here m means 1. So E equal to 1. First equation, E equal to 1. Okay. Second, B plus 2E equal to 0. B plus 2E equal to 0. So B equal to minus 2E. That means E equal to 1. That means minus 2. Okay. And then T, A minus B minus E equal to 0. Okay. So we get B and D. So we have to find A equal to B plus E. That means minus 2 plus 1, that equal to minus 1. Okay. Understand? So I am erasing this part. Now our work is to put the values of A, B and E in that equation. So it is mass equal to K, then first it was T, so T to the power equation was A, then C to the power B, and then H to the power E. So it will be K, T to the power A means minus 1. So T to the power minus 1, C to the power B means minus 2, and H to the power E means 1. Okay. Now these are the basic physical quantities: time, velocity and angular momentum. So dimension of M will be this. Okay, these are the basic physical quantities. Okay, so dimension will be this. So K is dimensionless constant, so you do not need K. So dimension of M, at the end, dimension of M will be what? T to the power minus 1, C to the power minus 2, and H to the power 1. Okay, so the correct answer is which one? A. Okay, T to the power minus 1, C to the power minus 2, H to the power 1. Okay, understand? So we are just we are using that previous steps. Okay, like the same thing, same process we are following. Okay, so this is one example. Okay, and these examples are very important. These type of problems are very important for your competitive exam. Another problem is here: force F, velocity V, and time T. These three are the basic quantities now. Force, velocity and time are the fundamental quantities. You have to find the dimension of mass. Okay, dimension of mass. Okay, dimension of mass. Question. This is from NEET 2014. NEET 2014. Okay, so in NEET exam this type of question is also very important. So here we have to find the dimension of mass. That means mass depends on these three physical quantities. Okay, so we will write in the same way: mass directly proportional to F to the power A, V to the power B, and T to the power C. Okay, understand? Okay, so okay, I am giving the options. A, it is F V T to the power minus 1. B, F V T to the power minus 2. C, F V minus 1 T minus 1, and D, F V minus 1 T. These are the four options. Okay, now we'll write M equal to K, F to the power A, V to the power B, T to the power C. Then dimension of M means capital M, L, T are missing, so L to the power 0, T to the power 0. K is dimensionless constant, so leave it. Then F is what? Force. So force means M, L, T to the power minus 2 whole to the power A. Then V, velocity, that means L, T minus 1 to the power B. Then T, time, so T to the power C. Okay. Now M to the power what? Only one M, so M to the power A. Then L to the power here A, here another B. Okay. Then T to the power minus 2A minus B plus C. Okay. Now what is the step? To equate the powers on both sides. Okay. So F, V, T, I am erasing this part. So equate the powers. So upon M, A, here 1. So A equal to 1. Next L, A plus B equal to on this side 0. So b will be minus a, that means minus 1. Okay, and then t minus 2a minus b plus c, minus 2a minus b plus c equal to 0. On this side it is 0. So a we get, b we get, we have to find c. C equal to 2a plus b. Okay, 2a means 2 into 1, that is 2, and b minus 1, so it will be 1. Understand? Understand? Now put these three values in that equation. What was the equation? It was mass m equal to k f to the power a v to the power b and then t to the power c. So it will be k f to the power a means 1, v to the power b means minus 1, and t to the power c means 1. And f, v, t are the fundamental quantities here. Okay, so dimension of m, dimension of mass will be what? This is dimensionless, so we do not need k, only this will be the dimension. So dimension will be f to the power 1, v to the power minus 1, t to the power 1. Understand? Understand? So this will be the answer. So which one is the correct option here? f1, v minus 1, t1. Okay, check, it is D. Understand? So these kinds of problem is very important. Here we have discussed two kinds of problem. Okay, we have discussed those problem using few examples. Okay, so I hope you can understand. Okay, so we have reached at the end of this dimensional analysis. So before ending this, I want to tell the limitations of this dimensional analysis. There are few limitations. Okay, what are those limitations? So limitations are first one, if in any physical equation, if there is any constant term, okay, that constant term cannot be calculated by using dimensional analysis. Okay, look at one example that we had already discussed. T is equal to 2 pi root over L by G. Okay, here 2 pi is the constant term. That value cannot be calculated using dimensional analysis. Another one is frequency equal to 1 by 2L root over f by m. This one we have already discussed. But here half is the constant that I had written there. This is the experimental value. So these constant terms cannot be calculated using dimensional analysis. So constant terms present in the physical equations cannot be found. Okay, cannot be found using dimensional analysis. Second point, if any physical quantity depends on more than 3 factors, okay, if any physical quantity depends on more than 3 factors, then we cannot find the relation among them using dimensional analysis. Okay, then we are unable to find the relation among them using dimensional analysis. Whatever the discussion, whatever the derivation we had done today, there I have written that this t time period depends on 3 factors: mass of the bob, length of the string, gravitational acceleration. Here frequency in the stretch string depends on 3 factors: tension, this is the mass per unit length, and this is the length of the string. Okay, so there are 3 factors. If there are more than 3 factors, then we are unable to find the relation among them. Okay, so if any physical quantity depends on more than 3 factors, okay, then we are unable to find the relation between them, using dimensional analysis. Okay, using dimensional analysis. Okay, understand? Third point and the last point, it is in any physical equation, if there are that terms like sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, or logarithm term is there, or exponential term is there, then we cannot find the relation using dimensional analysis. Okay, so if trigonometric functions, okay, logarithms, trigonometric function, logarithms, exponentials are present in any physical equation, then dimensional analysis tells that I am sorry boss, I cannot find the relation among them. Okay, so any physical equation, then dimensional analysis tells okay, then dimensional analysis tells sorry here I cannot help you. Okay, understand? So this is our part of dimensional analysis. Okay, this is divided into 2 lectures, so watch it properly and understand it properly. Okay everyone.